Thank you, Bunsey. This could be a very good fight indeed. Here's Wilczewski. We saw him against James DeGale. That was a hard fight. I just wonder how much it might have taken out of him. But 33 years old. And interestingly, James DeGale said about this, if Arthur Abraham doesn't knock him out in the first 4, then he's in for a really hard fight. He said about Wilczewski, he does nothing really special, but he does everything well. And he says if he underestimates or underprepares Arthur Abraham, then he is in trouble. 33 years old now, Wilczewski.
Und hier kommt der Ex-Weltmeister im Mittelgewicht.
Well, this, I promise you, will not be understated.
Werde siegen heute. Und ich werde wieder Weltmeister.
Und ist aus Deutschland King Arthur Abraham.
Here comes King Arthur. Now 32, Abraham. And if he gets past this, then who knows? George Groves, not impossible that he might be on the radar somewhere down the line. Maybe James DeGale. He wants another world title shot.
Interestingly, just looking at him there, John, as he walks to the ring, he certainly looks in better condition than he did in his last fight back in January when he boxed Oscar Farias. I think maybe he'd taken that a little bit lightly, even though he won the fight. He certainly seems to have got himself back. Just looking at him now as he walks to the ring, he certainly got back to his prime condition.
In some way, that performance against Farias, it was kind of a typical Abraham performance. He just didn't impress for a lot of the early rounds, but then in the 5th round, cut loose, and there you go. WBO European champion, and that's what he's defending tonight.
Arthur Abraham.
Trying to rebuild confidence and to an extent rebuild his career after the Super 6 experience. Disqualified against Andre Durrell, beaten by Carl Froch and by Andre Ward, but now gunning for the top again.
Stehen zu Ehren der Boxer für die Nationalhymnen, und wir beginnen mit der Nationalhymne des Herausforderers, des Gastes aus Polen. Jetzt die deutsche Nationalhymne. Sauerland Event präsentiert Ihnen den Hauptkampf des heutigen Abends. Alles oder nichts. Der Fight um den WBO Europe Gürtel im Supermittelgewicht. Supermeister sind vom österreichischen Boxverband FA-Präsident Willibald Palatin aus Wien und für die World Boxing Organization Dennis Gilmartin aus London, England. Geht dieser Kampf über die volle Distanz, dann entscheiden diese 3 Punktrichter. The 3 officials scoring this bout at ringside are Ingo Barabas aus Egenhausen, Deutschland, Zoltan Enjedi aus Budapest, Ungarn und Mihai Leu aus Hunedoara in Rumänien. Der Ringrichter des Kampfes ist Manuel Manixelar aus San Sebastian im Baskenland, the referee from Spain. Und das sind sie, die Details zu den beiden Boxern. Fighting out of the red corner in black trunks. The challenger, der Herausforderer aus Polen, steht in der roten Ecke. Er ist 33 Jahre alt. Sein offizielles Kampfgewicht 76,1 Kilogramm. 1,80 Meter ist er groß. Profiboxer seit 2004 mit dieser Statistik. Er hat 32 Kämpfe, 30 Siege, 10 davon durch Knockout. Sein Coach Andrzej Mitruk aus Rostocznik, Polen, der ehemalige Europameister und WBO Interkontinental-Champion im Supermittelgewicht. The Challenger, Piotr Wilczewski. Sein Gegner in der anderen Ringecke, fighting out of the blue corner, die blaue Ecke mit dem Titelverteidiger aus Deutschland. Er ist in blauen Trunks und 32 Jahre alt. 76,2 Kilogramm ist er schwer, 1,75 Meter groß, Profiboxer seit dem Jahr 2003 mit dieser Bilanz. 36 Kämpfe, 33 Siege, 27 Mal durch Knockouts. Sein Trainer Uli Wegner aus Berlin, Deutschland. Der frühere Mittelgewichtsweltmeister, former 11-time middleweight champion of the world from Germany, King Arthur Abraham.
Great reception from the crowd there.
Absolutely, they love him, Dean. They really do.
Wer holt sich den Gürtel und die WM-Chance? Alles oder nichts. Die Entscheidung jetzt live aus der Sparkassen-Arena in Kiel.
Never quite had the authority as a super middleweight that he did as a middleweight, Abraham. Now 32 years old. But goodness me, when he hits somebody, they stay hit.
Yeah, they certainly do, John. And I think he's probably in a catch-22 situation. He's probably really caught between the two weights. His best weight is probably round about 11.10, 11.11. That's probably where he's strongest and sharpest. So, but this will be an interesting test for him with Wilczewski.
The arena is packed, 12 rounds now. Arthur Abraham defending his European super middleweight title, the WBO version, against Piotr Wilczewski. Wilczewski, the taller man, reach advantage. Has he got the boxing skills, the speed and the angles to stay away from Abraham and give him the sort of trouble that Carl Froch did, that Andre Ward did, that Andre Durrell did? All of them world-class fighters. Wilczewski maybe not quite at that level.
And it'll certainly be interesting, John, how much the De Gale fight took out of Wilczewski, because it was a real tough fight, and you know, all credit to James, because you know he never underestimates anybody, and he got himself in great shape for that fight with him and Jim McDonald, and it's a good job they did, because you know, Wilczewski gave him a torrid time at times during that fight.
Abraham well beaten by Carl Froch and by Andre Ward. Durrell, of course, was the disqualification when he punched him when he was down in the 11th round. First defeat of his professional career, that was. But but he's one of those fighters who you want to watch. Really go along with Bunsey on that one. He is exciting when he tees off, when he really throws the shots. They are worth watching. Look at that. And Wilczewski straight away has a little taste of the power of Abraham.
Certainly, you know, he's a little Tyson-esque in that way. You never know which one's going to turn up, and you know, when the real Arthur Abraham turns up, just like when the real Mike Tyson turned up, you know you were in for fireworks.
Well, I'd hold my hand up and say I got it badly wrong, the Super Six, because beforehand I reckon that Abraham was the man to beat. They kind of worked him out, the top guys at the super middleweight limit. But he looks sharp tonight.
It's like I said, you know, when he was walking to the ring, John, you could see he was back to he appeared to be back to his best physical condition, and he certainly made a good start. But here again, Wilczewski's trying to impose himself in this fight. He's not fazed by it.
Abraham said, I've sweated a lot, it won't be in vain, I'm in great shape and I will win. And Kelly Sauerland, his promoter, said the winner's likely to face Stieglitz or Groves, and he said for Arthur Abraham this fight is all or nothing.
You can hear Andrei Gmitrich, Wilczewski's coach, very, very experienced coach, and you know, one of the top men in Polish boxing, shouting out instructions to Wilczewski there to stay in the middle of the ring and force the fight.
That's Captain Hook sitting at ringside. Uli Wegner is the trainer of Abraham.
And there's Malcolm Garrett in the corner, famous American cutman there, formerly Cedric Kushner's matchmaker and chief advisor.
Du brauchst ja nicht unbedingt einen Treffen, hör mal zu. Bloß, dass du einen Kontakt hast. Und wenn du dann richtig drauf hast,
Give the first round to the champion.
Yes, certainly, especially with that little, you know, that little burst of that sharp, short, sharp combination. But Wilczewski certainly not fazed by it, and you know, you heard his own chants. I think a lot of people have come across from Poland into the arena, and there they are.
Plenty of Polish fans. A lot of support for their boxers over in Poland. I was in Wrocław last year when Adamek fought Klitschko. Tremendous atmosphere that night, 40,000 people in that football stadium. And a big atmosphere here tonight as well. Wilczewski not fazed at all.
Good right hand from Abraham there. As Wilczewski walked to him, he caught him with a tremendous right hand over the top.
Wilczewski believes that his stamina is going to prove to be to his advantage. The further the fight goes, he reckons that it's going to be going into his territory. Well, we'll see. It was the right hand, wasn't it, which he had a lot of success against James de Gale with. That one.
Yeah. He caught James with a good right hand at the end of one of the rounds, but to give James his credit, he came back to the corner, and the next round he went out and he really set about Wilczewski and put himself back in the fight straight away.
Beaten to the jab there, good hand speed from Abraham and a nod of acknowledgement from Wilczewski. Now the excitement in the arena ramped up a level. Again. There's the right hand from Abraham.
Just a little bit, half a pace short there, John.
He means business tonight.
Just fell a little bit short with that one, but I think once he finds his distance with his jab and starts whipping that right hand over the top, I think then you will see how concussive it is. There you go.
He's trying to bully Wilczewski in that ring. Wilczewski fought only 6 weeks ago, so he's in shape. Split decision over Georda Jetovic. Seen him in Britain, of course, over the years. It was an 8-rounder in Poland. He's looking to meet Abraham straight on. Thought he might try to be a little bit more elusive than he has been. Not so.
Interesting, there's sitting alongside ringside is the supervisor, my former colleague Dennis Gilmartin, now exiled from England down to Barry Island in Wales. Alongside Hare, Charlie Giles. Good round for Abraham, that.
And there's one of the big attacks. Wilczewski had his moments and landed some good solid body shots of his own. Certainly not one-way traffic.
Ehrenwort, aber nicht und dann wieder gucken, Ruhe, nicht ausholen oder hier. Hast du nicht nötig. Denk an Marco.
Abraham calls Wegner the general. They have a really good boxer-trainer relationship and have done for a long time.
Komm, das kannst du doch. Schön mit der Führung, mit Distanz suchen, ja?
Great concentration from Abraham there, taking in Uli Wegner's instructions.
Okay.
Look at that crowd, a fantastic sight to see so many people.
Into the third. And Abraham has not really noticeably, visibly hurt Wilczewski yet, although he's landed some power shots. Tough guy, this Pole. That's good work. Abraham content just to cover up, try and block the shots. Abraham, as ever, has said in the run-up to this, he intends to box a bit more. Wilczewski, I think, rightly said, and anybody who's watched Arthur over the years would agree, leopards don't change the spots. He is what he is.
He is. He's starting to, you know, he's trying to use his jab a little bit more, and he's certainly a lot quicker on his feet than he was in the last fight. You know, maybe he needed that last fight to shake the rust off. But Wilczewski's showing a good variety there, and, you know, mixing his punches up from the head to the body.
Wilczewski doing well in this round so far. But we all know Abraham, he likes to have a look, and sometimes he'll just absorb the punches and wait, and then when he goes for it, a lot have felt the pain. 27 of his opponents have been stopped.
He's found his distance though again, Wilczewski, this round.
He's boxing well here.
He's just popping that jab out to stop Abraham getting himself set to throw those big heavy shots. And there he goes again, Arthur.
You mentioned the similarity between Abraham and Mike Tyson earlier, Dean. Apparently he used to have a rabbit called Tyson, now he's got a dog called Tyson.
He's certainly got that, like I say, he's got that Tyson-esque presence about him. You know, a bit wild, a bit reckless, very effective, and when the right one turns up, then you know you're in for a real fight.
Good body shot. Left hand on the blind side of the camera was a good shot. But Wilczewski's had a better round.
He's had a better round. I'll still give the round to Abraham, but he's had a better round. He's kept his composure.
Well, I'm going to go the other way. I thought Wilczewski had a decent round there.
Jak się czujemy? Dobrze. No.
What would you be saying, Dean?
Posłuchaj.
Well, I'm sure that
Bardzo
Andre
dobrze.
Dimitric
Nie
is telling him to
wracaj
remain
do tyłu, nie
calm,
odchylajmy się
remain
do tyłu, okej?
composed,
Cały
to
czas
keep-
robisz to, co robiłeś. W
to
momencie,
keep
kiedy
popping that
atakuje,
jab out
natychmiast
to
bliżej
stop
niego, okej?
Abraham
Przestrzelywuje
from
na pół
landing any of the
dystansie
big
musisz,
shots,
wejdź mu na-
because that's going to
żeby
be
nie
the key to
trafiały te
this.
ciosy.
If he can step in
Ładnie zszedłeś
and
dwa razy,
keep
prawą
popping his
nogą
jab out
dostajesz
when
teraz
Abraham
przy tym.
sets
Dół,
and step again,
konsekwentnie, na prawą
then he's going to
przestawić,
pick the
na
he's going to
prawą
build up a
stronę.
he's going to build up a
Od razu
lead with
zmieniasz
those
pozycję
points.
w prawą stronę.
He mustn't
Przestaw
what he
na
mustn't
nogę,
do is
okej?
stand in front of Abraham's another fight and start swinging with him.
Well, it was a close round, that last one. I certainly think there's an argument that Wilczewski landed more
Nie
scoring
dawaj mu
shots.
miejsca. Bardzo dobra robota. Jedziemy.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that Abraham has just a little bit more movement, a little bit more movement, and a little bit more variety.
Okay, into the fourth round. Arthur Abraham on the right-hand side of your picture. Against the Pole, former European champion, Piotr Wilczewski. Had a few problems getting to Germany earlier in the week, Wilczewski. There's been a dispute involving airline staff. Missed the public workout, which was scheduled to be held in on Tuesday, and apparently worked out at the airport while he was waiting for his flight.
I'm sure, knowing Andre Dimitric as I do, he probably carried his pads with him in his hand luggage. A good professional, Andre, and all his fighters are always in tip-top condition. You know, he had all those guys, Ginger Ruck, Matt Zegan, Thomas Adamek. Andre had all those guys as kids, and he brought them all through.
The chancer for Wilczewski, that's the Polish fans you can hear. And Wilczewski, after that first start from Abraham in the first two rounds, kind of visibly growing in confidence. He's felt the power.
But he's still feeling him out and finding his range with that jab, and with that front foot, he's still there.
He reckons if he can go the distance with him, he will win, Wilczewski, if he gets a fair roll of the dice from the judges.
But he's holding the centre of the ring nice there and trying to get Abraham to keep his legs moving.
Both men reddening around the rib cage.
There's a good right hand from Wilczewski.
He's boxing well, Dean.
He's boxing well. He's certainly winning this round up to now, John.
Then you see the explosive little burst. It's eye-catching from Abraham, but there's only three punches.
And he's doing the right thing. For how long he can keep just knocking him off balance like that with no authority in the jab will be interesting, but it's certainly working for him at the moment.
Well, they'll have done their homework. They'll have watched those Super 6 fights. They'll have watched the Carl Froch performance. Which arguably, I think, there is an argument that was the best of Carl Froch's career when he beat Abraham.
Yes.
Well, that's a good round for Wilczewski.
Yeah, I'll give Wilczewski that round. And what I'm sure what Uli Wenger will be telling Abraham now is to say that he mustn't get frustrated. He must stay calm, he must keep his composure.
Box doch hier locker die Führung sein.
You got it 3-1 to Abraham.
Box locker die Führung
I
sein.
think that third round was a tight one. It might be level.
Ein, zwei ganz locker, einfach boxen. Doch nicht kompliziert. Ja, das ist er. Pass mal auf. Wenn du das richtig vorbereitest, haust du den weg. Aber
good fight.
Du haust mit
I thought this one was a foregone conclusion.
Führung sein, ganz locker.
We were talking about it in the run-up when we knew that this one was going to be on Box Nation. Just kind of had a feeling that it could go long and that Abraham might find it a hard night.
I mean, John, I knew this was going to be a tough fight. Wilczewski, you know, close up first hand. I actually worked in the corner with James DeGale that night in Liverpool, and you know what? James must take a lot of credit from that performance, because he really prepared himself well, and he came back and he finished strong. And Wilczewski was a real tough cookie for him that night. So if Abraham has underestimated him, you know, he could be in trouble here in the later part of the fight.
Yeah, no, he's a nice fella, Wilczewski, and I tell you what, I mean, it's a well-versed sort of boxing cliche, but he lives the life. He's always in shape. Yeah. I remember when he came across to the press conference when it was announced he was going to fight De Gale. It looked as though he could have got into the ring right there and then.
Well, you know, that's what you get when you take on one of Andre Dimitrich's fighters. You know, he's the ultimate professional. His preparation and his methods, all these guys are always ready to fight. And you know, Wilczewski was really badly marked up at the end of that fight with De Gale. You know, it was a real tough fight, and he was still there at the end, but James hit him with a lot of shots and a lot of good clean punches.
Abraham just taking his foot off the gas for the time being, but we see that. He looks and he waits and he pounces if he gets the opportunity.
He doesn't. I like what Wilczewski's doing there. He's just edging himself in. A little light, sharp jab, and he's moving himself in. Little half steps, little half paces, not big steps. Just keeping Abraham on the end of it, like he did there.
I think the Carl Froch fight, I think they've looked at that. I think that's the blueprint. He's trying to do what Carl did. Oh, what an upset it would be if he could pull it off here in front of a German crowd in Kiel.
Yeah. His hands are a little bit wide. I'd like to see his hands a little bit close together, although he's making Abraham miss at the moment.
Abraham never been exactly the fleetest of fighters. He's not the quickest with his footwork. Just tries to walk people down and fight in bursts.
That's a good left hook to the body from Abraham.
Wilczewski knew it as well, but it's one shot.
I'd just like to see Abraham sit down and drive that jab into the chest of Wilczewski. His hands are very wide and he's an open target there. I'd like to see him drive that jab into the chest, which will then bring the head down.
He's not done much in this round, Dean, Abraham.
No, good right hand there, though.
Needs a big finish to catch the judge's eye. Bit of use of the forearm.
Ooh. Just again a little bit short.
It's working out into an interesting fight, this one.
That's a difficult round to score.
Well, I know where I'm going. I won't influence you.
Wilczewski certainly started the round, you know, nice and composed. And Abraham landed a couple of clean punches at the end of but they're not punches in bunches. They're single shots he's throwing and he's landing.
I don't think he won the round there, Abraham. I know when he lands the crowd go bonkers.
Yeah.
But he didn't do a lot in that round. I just think Wilczewski landed more shots, and that's what it's about. You're watching their reruns of the best spell that Abraham had, but now that's the moment where Wilczewski found the target.
He certainly did. There's Oliveira.
Did you actually get off the fence and say who you thought won that last round?
No, I didn't, John, to be truthful.
Well, thanks for that.
Sorry I wasn't more assistance. And there you see Wilczewski straight away there, centre of the ring, just popping that jab. As Abraham goes to set, he just pops that little light jab out, knocking off balance.
I thought Wilczewski won that last round, and I've got him 3-2-0.
See, there he goes again, those little half steps.
A lot of the time with Abraham fights, it's the question of power shot against volume, though, isn't it? You know, it's a subjective thing. Is the one big shot actually doing more in the context of the round than a variety of lesser shots from Wilczewski? 27 of Abraham's wins, 33 of them have come by stoppage. Wilczewski's stopped just 10 of 30. Abraham going a little bit hook happy. That's good from Wilczewski.
Good variety again there from Wilczewski. And again, he's just in the right distance.
Switching attack from body to head effectively.
And there's that jab again, just to knock Abraham off balance, just to keep him in check. There's no real authority with it, but what it's doing, it's nullifying Abraham's own attack.
The crowd had been a little bit quiet. They weren't when he started throwing those huge hooks towards the rib cage of Wilczewski.
And even though they were all on the arms, John, he just caught him with a left hook over the top at the finish of the combination.
Well, in the glory days of Tyson, it used to be a bit like that, didn't it? Some would find their target on the body, the scoring area. A lot would be on the arms, but there was such power.
That's a good jab there from Wilczewski, stepping in with it now. Now and again, he's now not just... He's touching him with one jab, then he's stepping on, pushing off the back foot and hitting him with a little bit more of a solid jab. And that's a good left... Both landing a good left hook there.
Thought the cleaner one came from the pole, and a complaint to the referee about being dragged on by Abraham as the bell sounds to end another very tight round.
Well, I'll give that round to Wilczewski, John.
Also, du musst doch mit vernünftiger Leistung überzeugen. Das ist doch nur sporadisch. Box doch mal, wie so ein System hast.
Got his mouth open a little bit there, Abraham.
Kommt immer nicht. Diese
He's not winning on my card.
Raus oben, du kannst es doch. Du musst, da springst mit linken Haaren hin. Mann, das ist doch nicht Arthur Abraham. Locker hin mit der Führungshand. Der läuft die ganz alleine auf der Aufwärtshaken rauf. 100%. Boxen, bam, zieh das Ding drin. Ich weiß, dass du den noch weghaust, aber nicht mit deinen Schoten.
Words of advice
müssen in der
from
Innenbahn kommen. Hast du verstanden?
Arthur
in der Innenbahn. Und dann
And he's a wise old sage.
Komm, halt dich mal zusammen.
Certainly, John, and you know what? It must be very frustrating for him. You know, when you know what your man can do, sometimes you need to scream at him, you know, and give him a kick up the backside. Another time you need to talk to him calmly and slowly, because sometimes you're at your wits' end with what to do to bring the best out in them. And obviously that was the calmness of Oli Wegner's talking there. And let's see if that's had a different effect on Abraham this round.
Well, it's going to be a close fight. Wegner trying to calmly give Abraham a little bit more confidence, keep him going, keep his spirits up. The crowd will hear no criticism of their man. That's good body shots, but you see Wilczewski taking them well again.
Yeah, he's taken them on the arms, John, and he's found his distance with his front foot. And when he's taken those two or three, he's countering with that left hook and he's landing straight away because he's in distance to do it.
Big prizes up for grabs. Possible world title shot for the winner of this contest. They've more or less been promised that by the Sauerland organisation. WBO world title fight could be the prize.
Well, I would think, John, it's a certainty that the winner of this fight tonight will certainly fight the winner of George Groves and Robert Stieglitz, which should be a fantastic fight for us here live on Box Nation. All the time, Wilczewski's there working his arms when Abraham's trying to hold a little bit. He's touching him on the inside.
And ever Abraham wants to fight in bursts.
Yeah.
Not maintaining a real work rate.
What he mustn't do, Wilczewski, start to fall in, because then he'll walk right onto that vicious right uppercut that Abraham throws.
Or one of those hooks. That's good.
There's a good right hand, and he switched it underneath. Hit him with the right hand to the head, then he switched the right hand to the body straight away.
The power of Abraham, so exciting.
And there's the redness. If you look at the left-hand side of Wilczewski's body there around the rib cage, it's starting to mark up.
Oh, he's taking the points away. Well, what do you make of that? What do you make of that? Was that deserved? Were the warnings coming? Well, Abraham doesn't like it. Whatever was going on, be interesting to see that again, what exactly prompted that intervention, but a point has been taken away. That could be important.
Could be very, very important.
Lass ihn von oben gehen. Das hast du keine Kontrolle.
What do you think that was for?
Hör nochmal zu.
I don't know, John. I'd like to see it again.
Aber nicht von hier unten. Dann kommt er zu weit.
He certainly didn't seem to have warned him for anything, unless he was telling him sort of quietly.
Und dann bietet
Let's
sich
have a
da
look.
vor mir an. Wir meckern sonst immer. Boah, zieh das Ding hoch. Mach doch mal.
Well, nothing there.
Blutboxen. Komm.
Are they going to show us the key moment again? One would hope so, but I fear not. Apologies for that, everybody.
Alles klar. Gut.
But a point has been taken away from Wilczewski, and the referee has made a key intervention there as we move into the 8th.
The one thing that Wilczewski's got to do here, John, he's got to keep this tidy.
Well, Abraham, if it was just starting to slip away a little bit, that point deducted has got him right back. I can guess exactly what the opinion of most of you watching at home will be about that point deduction. And I have to say, without having seen it again on replay, I'm tempted to agree, because I cannot, at first viewing of it, see why that happened. Big attack from Abraham coming now.
There's the crowd trying to lift him and drive him on. Oh,
dear me. Well, that was the middle stump, wasn't it? Solid left hand from Abraham. He got away with a blatant low blow. The low blow, incidentally, if you didn't catch it, was from Abraham, the champion. A lot of chants and support from the Polish fans. The red and white national flags are fluttering.
the heads are going in there a little bit now, John.
Abraham's coming on strong in this round.
It's a good right hand to the body. He's hurting with a good right hand to the body there.
Wilczewski's a tough man, a hard man, but he has to hold on and just buy a few precious seconds. Point deduction in the 7th round. Here in the 8th, Abraham has got away with a low blow, but he is dominated. He'd put dents in a tank, wouldn't he, with those shots?
He certainly would. And it's interesting that he seemed to come alive in the middle of that round.
Blood around the mouth. That's Wilczewski's hardest round by a long way so far. And he's feeling it now, Dean.
He is, and I'm just surprised because he seems to be swelling up around the face. I'm surprised they haven't got the end swell or the ice on there on the cheekbones to try and get the swelling down. As usual, very calm and collected in the corner, Andre Dimitri.
Well, that was a big round for Abraham, and has the tide turned now? If indeed there was a momentum going in the Poles' direction. Which, when you see a point deduction such as we saw, you wonder about.
And Andre Dimitri just said to him, it's a very important round for you.
So Abraham may well be ahead once more now. He'll have won the last 2 rounds. Wilczewski sent out by his corner, knowing that he's got to take this one. Got to win this round. Big effort from Abraham in that last round. Is he just blowing a little bit?
That feeling jab again from Wilczewski, finding his distance. It's a good variety.
All Wilczewski in the early stages of this round. No clear scoring shots yet from Abraham. Couple of decent body shots again from the Polish challenger.
Trying to find his way through there. It's a good right hand, even though good little short left uppercut from Abraham there. That's when Wilczewski can't afford to get reckless. If he starts leading in, that's when he's going to walk onto those uppercuts.
Told off by the referee again for holding on around the back of the head. Wilczewski's already had the 1 point deducted.
Good left hook. You know, Abraham's starting to walk in a little bit reckless. I'd still like to see him come in behind that, sit down a little bit and drive that jab through, which he's not doing. His jabs become non-existent again.
Here comes the big attack. Wilczewski doing well to just tie him up, stifle the work.
Oh, that's a good left hook.
Been a decent round for Wilczewski. Abraham just smiling to somebody at ringside. Only fought in spurts in this round, Abraham, after the big effort in the last. Looks confident now, doesn't he? I think he knows that it's going his way. I'm not sure he won that round, having said that. Dean, how did you score it?
I would score that round even.
Das kannst du eigentlich Schluss machen, aber nicht ausholen. Deine Fähigkeiten musst du schon lange wechseln. Hau und boxe vernünftig. Sind ein paar gute Serien bei. Wenn er ankommt, hau einfach, wisst ihr was? Mach die Augen so und hau einfach aufwärts an. Fällt er bis hinten drin. Brauchst nur aufwärts an. Ist doch gut,
That was a good shot from Abraham.
Wieder mit der Führung in
Armenian
Kontakt zu.
by
Komm mal,
birth,
Junge, hopp.
but effectively a German, certainly German-based, of course, and with huge German support, a German promotion. Wilczewski's giving a decent account of himself, but Abraham, you suspect, will be the one who gets any favours which might be going. Good body shots.
And even though they were a good right hand and a good left hook from Wilczewski, they landed right on the gloves, and Abraham countered back straight away, which he's got to start doing.
Those body shots must be taking a toll on Wilczewski.
Good quality punches there from Wilczewski again. He's certainly forcing the fight, and he must be out punching Abraham by 3-1 at least.
But when the big attack comes, the crowd roar, they give their response. Abraham's feeling the pace now.
That's a good left hook from Abraham. That's what Wilczewski can't afford to do, is to stand in front of him. And that's what he's got to keep doing, is popping that jab out, because that's frustrating Abraham. Now, we said earlier on, can he keep doing that and make him more frustrated and get him to swing more, which will leave an opening? A little bit of snap gone out of Wilczewski's punches in the last minute of this round. Which is understandable, because they're both, again, the fight's been fought at a good pace. Abraham finishing the round strongly.
Well, I suspect that both James DeGale and George Groves would be taking a look at Arthur Abraham here as a potential opponent and fancying that they'd have a very good chance. Because Wilczewski, even if he doesn't wind up getting the verdict here, he's given him a hard, hard night.
He certainly has, and he's... And I think tonight again proves that, you know, that perhaps James DeGale didn't get the credit he deserved for his performance when he won the European title.
Well, Wilczewski had a really ragged sort of round. Now here's the big attack of Abraham. How many scoring shots did he land in the round? Was it enough to have won it?
Well, it appears that in that big attack, John, only one got through, and that was that right hand to the body. And it's very noticeable, John, how quiet the crowd have gone.
Round 11.
Some of Wilczewski's work as well has gone on arms and gloves, but he's kept on coming.
It's correct, John. I think the thing is, like, even in that last burst of Abraham's in the last round, even though only one punch landed, it did get through, and it was a conclusive punch to the right hand to the body. And again there, he's having success with that punch. Starting to close the gap down a little bit now.
That's good from Abraham.
Good punches from Abraham, and a nod of acknowledgement from Wilczewski there. He was hurt then.
One went low and he was looking for the referee to give him a bit of help, Wilczewski. It never came. Abraham wanting Wilczewski to commit himself.
Again, low punches there from Abraham. He's got away with that. Oh, he's told him this time, yeah.
Well noticed.
Abraham seems to have found a little bit of life in his legs again this round. He's starting to pick Wilczewski off a little bit as he comes in as well.
It's not been a good performance, though, this from Abraham, even if he gets the verdict. There's nothing about landing on arms and gloves with those for Wilczewski. Those were underneath the arms, into the body of Abraham. And again.
It's a good left hook from Abraham.
Still the Polish fans blow their horns and chant their support for Wilczewski.
Good left hook from Abraham, followed by a little short right hand to the body. And again, the left hook landing.
No knockdown, says the referee.
No knockdown, but he certainly was. He seemed to be hurt from it. He's starting to find him a little bit now. Wilczewski's gone a little bit raggedy. And there's another good left hook from Abraham.
And now here comes Abraham. He knows he's got him in trouble and he's looking to put him away here in the 11th round. Wilczewski is in desperate ground. He's trying to hold on. He's been hurt. And he's a little bit unsteady. Abraham could end this one right here. The bell goes. You can hardly hear it. Wilczewski helped back to his corner. And that big attack from Arthur Abraham, that might be decisive. If he wasn't ahead before, look at that. He's been hurt and hurt badly.
Yeah, it started with the very first left hook, John. And now that's lifted the crowd again now.
Muss für dein Geld was tun.
He's not pretty,
Ein langer Recht
but when he stands and delivers,
und da springst du rein. Hau nicht alles immer. Komm her. So jetzt.
hurtful punches.
Du liegst klar hinten.
Wilczewski was badly hurt in that last round. He's had his moments in this fight, but Abraham senses that victory is going to be his.
He had a good spell in the middle rounds, Wilczewski, John, but certainly Abraham's pulled it away the last couple of rounds again now.
Yep.
He's held his shape a little bit better. He started to get through with the cleaner punches.
Hang on your card, Dean, you've got Wilczewski taking 1, 2, 3 rounds, definitely, and 1 possibly. And then Abraham, he's been taking the rest, maybe. Some have been close, but there was that point deduction. It looks as though he's going to retain his title.
He's complaining about something there to the referee. Both very tired now, obviously.
Good fight, and in a lot of ways, a fairly typical Abraham performance.
Yeah, it's been a good fight. It's been a great effort from Wilczewski.
I just don't think maybe on the guy's home ground. I don't think he's done enough, and he was badly hurt in that 11th round, and it might still come in this 12th.
Yeah, we're into the last minute now. Interestingly, Abraham, the longer the fight's gone, he seemed to relax a little bit more, and he's not been so tense. You know, he's made Wilczewski miss a lot more in the last couple of rounds. Good sharp jab from Abraham there as Wilczewski came in. He's found his life on it. He seems to have got second wind in his legs the last 2 or 3 rounds, Abraham.
Both sets of fans are celebrating. Abraham ahead on our cards. Wilczewski's been game. He's had his moments. But you sense maybe not quite enough.
No. Good right hand, good little short right hand from Abraham there. It's a good finish.
Desperation from Wilczewski, but not finding any sort of clean shots. Goes through to the final bell, and Abraham is the one who holds his arm aloft. He thinks he's done enough. They think so. Uli Wegner doesn't look too worried, does he?
There's Kalle Sauerland, he seems very happy.
Had a good spell in the middle rounds, Wilczewski. To the 6th, it was close, but then it was Abraham who started to come on strong. It's never the sweet science with him, is it?
No, certainly not, John. But Wilczewski certainly earned his money again tonight. He kept himself in the fight right the way through it. They'd obviously got a game plan, but the last 2 or 3 rounds, Abraham seemed to find second wind. You know, maybe the point taken off early doors affected Wilczewski a little bit. I don't know. I still don't know quite what it was for, but I think Abrahams is certainly the winner here.
It's a talking point, though, isn't it, about what our leading super middleweights behind Carl Froch would do against Arthur Abraham, James DeGale, George Groves. I bet they're both watching this, and I bet they both fancy their chances.
Well, I'm sure they are, but, you know, once again, you know, Wilczewski has put in a great performance. You know, he's kept himself going, he kept himself in the fight, you know, just like he did with James. And, you know, I think this just shows what a good job James DeGale did with him.
Yep, he's a very well-conditioned fighter, and he stayed with Abraham, rode out his rocky moments, notably that 11th round, when he was badly hurt. What do you reckon, Abraham, by about 3 or 4? We'll see.
Meine Damen und Herren,
here we go.
Wir haben das offizielle Urteil. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Zoltan Enjedi aus Ungarn wertet den Kampf 118 zu 109. 118-109. Michael Leo aus Rumänien as well. 118-109. 118-109. Und Ingo Barabas aus Deutschland. 119, 108, 119, 108 für den einstimmigen Sieger nach Punkten für King Arthur Abraham.
Harsh scores, 119, 108. Only giving Wilczewski 1 round. Well, that's tough. But Abraham's still the champion. We don't agree with that. Maybe we would say it was a wee bit closer though, Dean.
I would have said probably by 4 rounds.
But he's got that WBO European super middleweight title still. The power puncher prevails, and he will now move on to a world title shot against either Robert Stieglitz or George Groves. It's a tough assignment for both of them. Abraham hits so very, very hard, but the blueprint's been shown as to how to beat him. Carl Froch did it, Andre Ward did it. Can the British fighters do the same? George Groves will hope so, but Abraham here remains the champion.